Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Civil Spare Insights. In this video, I will cover the remaining 25 questions of JLEE 2024 Civil Engineering portion. Okay, so our first question is 76 number question. So in the analysis of rates of items, the contractor's profit is taken to be. So I mean the estimation analysis of rate contractor profit at all, right? So আমি এটা estimation বনাম estimationৰ যেটো sanction amount হ'ব তাৰে কিছু এটা পাৰ্চেন্টেজত আমি কন্ট্ৰাক্টৰৰ প্ৰফিটটো তাতে এড কৰি দিওঁ সো হেতু হ'ব 10%, right? আৰু কিছুমান এসপেক্ট আছে সো আৰু কিছুমান বস্তু আছে যিবিলাক আমি জানিব লাগিব ফৰ the exam point of view. So with contingencies, contingency surge. Okay, so contingency surge is taken to be 3 to 5%. So what is this contingency surge? যেতিয়া আমি কনষ্ট্ৰাকশ্যন কৰিম কিবা এটা প্ৰজেক্টত কাম কৰিম তেতিয়া তাত কিছুমান আনফৰচিন বস্তু কেতিয়াবা আনফৰচিন কিছুমান ঘটনা হৈ থাকে যেনেকুৱা সাইটত সাপোজ কোনোবা এক্সিডেণ্ট হৈ গ'ল সাপোজ সাইটত কোনোবা এক্সিডেণ্ট কিবা এটা হৈ গ'ল so these are taken as under contingency. So this is considered as 3 to 5% of the sanction amount of the project. Okay, now next one is labor charge. So labor charge or no kiba eta dhorilo hoy so labor আমি লেবাৰ নিয়োগ কৰিব লাগিব সো লেবাৰ নিয়োগ কৰাৰ কাৰণে কি কৰিব লাগিব আমি সো হিহঁতৰ যেটো চাৰ্জ হ'ব চাৰ্জটো 20 বা 30% এজিউম কৰা হয় 20 বা 30%. In some books you will get 25% to 30 or 20 to 25, but okay, so the just remember these range. In different books it is mentioned differently, so remember this range to 20 to 30%. Okay, so the next thing is sanitary and water charge. So sanitary and water charge. For sanitary and water charge we consider 8%, remember it. And the next one is work search establishment, WCE, work search establishment. That is sometimes when we do construction in the site, so we have to construct some temporary structure to the site, right? Thara kisuman office banabo lagibo engineer garane, so this will come under work search establishment. So now we will see next question. The original cost of property minus depreciation. So here depreciation means structural value to time par hole gole ki hoy structural value to komi jay lahe lahe kyo komi jay karon continuously jeta structure to use kora jabo eta time ot ki hobo structure to value ekdom komi jabo. Depreciation to hol suppose building ekhon banaiso ami so building ekhon jeta banam jeta tar kiba ta design life thakibo, right? Design life ba design period eta thakibo. So he design period or pisot ta ki hobo tar structure to value agor homane na thake lahe lahe ki hobo structure value to komi jabo. তো structure value to komi joa ki boli koy depreciation ho boli koy. The original cost of property minus depreciation is its book value. Okay, so now salvage value and another always scrap value. These two terms are very important. Scrap value. So salvage value whole scrap value first. Okay, let's see scrap value first. So scrap value to whole structure design period পিছত structure যদি value হ'ব যদি সেই structure টো আমি dismantle কৰো কৰা মানে যদি আমি structure টো ভাঙি দিও তাৰ পিছত যেটো structure value পাম তে হেতু কি কোৱা হ'ব scrap value. Okay, and another one is salvage value. যদি structure টো dismantle নকৰো তে সেই টাইমত যেতিয়া আমি structure টোৰ value পাম হেতু হ'ব salvage value. Okay, after dismantle যদি structure টো ভাঙি দিও লেবাৰ লগাই মেচিন সেশন লগাই যদি structure টো ভাঙি দিয়াৰ পিছত যোনটো টকা ইনকাম কৰিম হেতু হ'ব আমাৰ scrap value. Okay, আৰু salvage value to হল without dismantling যদি structure to যদি বেছি দিও সেল কৰি দিও তাহলে কি পাম আমি salvage value পাম. Okay, Moving to the next question. The compressivity of fluids is inversely proportional to compressivity of fluid is denoted by beta, right? Beta is directly inversely proportional to K. K here bulk modulus. Okay, now here Reynolds number. What is Reynolds number? Reynolds number is denoted by Re, right? Is equal to inertia force upon viscous force, right? Remember it. Reynolds number is equal to inertia force upon viscous force. In Reynolds number, viscosity is dominant. Okay. Okay. For laminar flow and turbulent flow. Laminar flow কাৰণে Reynolds number কিমান হ'ব লাগিব 2000 কে কম 2000 কে কম হ'ব লাগিব turbulent flow কাৰণে 4000 কে বেছি 4000 কে বেছি হ'ব Reynolds number value 4000 কে বেছি হ'ব in pipe flow. Remember it, in pipe flow. For pipe flow, this. Okay, for OCF, open channel flow. For open channel flow, for laminar condition, Re is less than 500, and for turbulent, greater than 500. Sorry, greater than 2000. Greater than 2000. Okay. Laminar flow মানে layer by layer flow করে দিও যদি আমার ফ্লুইডে layer by layer flow করে without intermixing between them, then it will be laminar flow. Okay. And turbulent flow, when the fluid flow rapidly and there is intermixing, okay, then it will be called as turbulent flow. It will move in zigzag pattern. Okay, velocity will be more in this case. When the velocity is very less, then it shows laminar behavior. Okay, so there is another number, that is fourth number. Fourth number is equal to inertia force upon gravity force. Okay, gravity force. So for remember today, how do you remember this? So remember this, rib and feet are for Reynolds, inertia force, viscous force. This is fourth number, inertia force, gravity force. And if you are confused with these two terms, viscous force or gravity force, okay, let's see one thing. This is very important. On this fourth number is seen in open channel flow. Okay, for OCF it is used. So why for OCF it is used? Let's see. So OCF means open channel flow. So how do the water flow in open channel? So it will have some gravity for flowing, right? So if this water, there will have some resistance against this flow. If it is flowing under gravity, then and the viscosity will be negligible. Okay, viscosity means the resistance against this force. This is viscosity, right? And this is gravity force, right? This is gravity force, right? So here in open channel flow, gravity force is very greater than viscous force. This is negligible. We neglect while analyze this open channel flow, while designing or analyzing in open channel flow. We neglect this, right? So gravity force is very much dominant. So remember it, that it will be inertia force upon. So it will be under root of inertia force upon gravity force. Remember it. Okay. Now coming to the next question. Sages constant and Manning's constant. So these are a relationship between these two equations. There are two equations in you will see two equations in open channel flow. So there is two equation. One of them is, so there is a two equation for velocity for Manning's constant 1 by n r raised to power 2 by 3 upon s by 1 by 2. Okay. So now the another one is, this is Manning's, right? And says is C is equal to V RS. Here RS denoted for hydraulic radius or hydraulic mean depth, as is for slope. Okay. Now here if we want to relate these two, if we want to find any relationship between these two, then we have to equalize this, right? So if we equal this, then r s upon 2 is equal, sorry, this is not this is v is equal c, right? CRS, right? So CRS, right? So this will be cancelled out, right? So this is in terms of C, right? So we have to find in terms of C. If we take this C as it is, then we will have 1 by n, okay, r s to the power 2 by 3, and this will be minus 1 by 2, right? So 1 by n, if we take LCM 6, okay, 1 by 6. So it will be, sorry, r, it will be C is equal 1 by n r s to the power 1 by 6. So here this is the answer, right? Okay. Okay, now let's move to the next question. The term used to relate the volume of water and the area of crop it measures. It will be duty, right? So here the volume of water and the area of crop. So we know that duty is a measure of area or volume of water to be irrigated by 1 meter cube per second water supply, right? So how much area it can be irrigated? How much area it can be irrigated by 1 meter cube per second supply? That is called duty, right? Duty, there is a formula. Duty is expressed as meter square or hectare, right? So delta is depth of water required for growing a crop completely, right? So it is a total number of depth required for complete growth of a crop, that is called delta. Drip is a technique of irrigation. So drip irrigation has maximum efficiency. Remember it, maximum water application efficiency we get in case of drip irrigation only, 90% water efficiency. Remember it, very, very, very important. More than also sprinkler irrigation also. More than sprinkler irrigation, drip has efficiency. Remember, okay, drip has more efficiency than sprinkler irrigation also. It is a underground, under surface irrigation system, irrigation technique. Remember. Now the next question is, in a simply supported beam, the slope is dash at support. So slope, if some load coming on this beam, then it will bend something like this. Okay. So our here slope is theta. Okay. So here if I want to find slope, then you will see what is slope. First, slope is the tangent of a line measured from positive x-axis to positive y-axis, right? So it will be the slope. So here if I want to find the slope, then it will give 0 slope, right? There is no slope. This is x-axis and this bending line, right? This is the deflected shape. So if I want to find slope, then it will give 0 slope. No slope is here, right? So this is 0 here. Middle point on the central span, there is 0 slope. So here is the maximum slope. Remember. One thing for fixed beam, you will see it will deflected something like this. Okay. So here the slope, here the value of slope is 0. Okay, here 0, here 0. Remember it. Here deflection is maximum. In case of simply supported beam, on the central span, maximum deflection is maximum. Okay, but the slope is 0. But at the in the question it is asked as at the support. So at the support it will be maximum. Okay, the short coulomb primary fails due to crushing, right? Why crushing? See, short coulombs, if load comes on this, and here it is long coulomb. So if the load is coming axially on this coulomb, it will bend something like this, right? So this is called buckle. Okay, here this is buckle, and this will not allow to buckle. It will directly crushed, right? So if the coulomb length is very small, then it will have crushing effect under loading, and for long coulomb it will give buckling, right? So short coulomb crushing, long coulomb buckling, remember it. 83 number question. A round steel rod of 100 meter mm is bent into an arc of radius 100 meter. What is the maximum stress in the rod? Here given elastic modulus 2 into 10 raised to power 5, right? So there is a formula mi engineer stress y. So here the trick to remember this formula, mi engineer stress y. Okay, this is the trick, mnemonic. Okay, remember it, you will never forget this formula. So mi e for engineer, e for e and r combined to give engineer. Stress means tension, y means y. Okay, let's see now how to solve this. Okay, here we want to find stress, right? Radius and diameter is given, y is given, so this two will be used. So okay, let's see. E upon, we need to find stress, right? E max upon ey upon r, right? So for E max, here y is the distance from top fiber to the neutral axis. This is the neutral axis, right? So this is the neutral axis. It will have nothing effect. It will have no effect of stress. So this fiber is called neutral fiber, right? So from top to neutral fiber distance is called y. So here the stress is maximum, so y will also be maximum. Okay. So E is given 2 into 10 raised to power 5. Y max is given 100 mm diameter. That here the beam is circular, so here diameter is given 100 mm, right? So our neutral axis distance will be 50 mm. Okay, upon r is given 100 meter, right? Meter you have to convert it to raised to power 3, 4 mm, right? So 10 raised to power 5 cancel. Now we have 100 meter, 100 mm, 100. This was Newton, right? Here it was Newton. So 100 Newton upon mm square. Okay. So okay, now coming to the next question. Temporary structures are erected to facilitate the construction of walls when the height is more than 1.5 meter. যেতিয়া আমাৰ 1.5 মিটাৰতকৈ বেছি হৈ যায় তেতিয়াহ'লে তেতিয়া কি হয়, মেছন বা লেবাৰে কি কৰিব নোৱাৰে, মেছনটোৱে ৱৰ্ক কৰিব নোৱাৰে, ৰাইট? মেছনে কৰিব নোৱাৰে. So set a considerable height, mason will not able to work, right? So we have to make a platform like structure to allow him to work easily, right? So hey construction to hey structure to ki boli ko ami scaffolding boli ko, bahor ba kathare je banao ami scaffolding boli koy. Okay, right? So formwork is suppose this is a coulomb or this is coulomb and this is beam, right? So we cover with cut, right? So this is called formwork. যাতে sufficient পৰিমাণে hardening হ'ব পাৰে, এখন আমি কি কৰোঁ, formwork দিওঁ, right? Okay, now it is shoring here. Shoring is a structure that we use to support a unsafe structure. Suppose this is a beam which has settled down to like this, so we support it so that we can repair it. Okay, until we repair it we have to provide some support so that it doesn't settle down, right? So that structure is called shoring. Okay, now a foundation is said to be shallow if its depth is equal or less than its width. যদি depth equal to width হয় তাহলে কি বলি কম আমি, shallow foundation, but when depth will be more then only we will call it deep foundation, right? So let's see which equipment is used to test setting time of semen. In the previous video of testing of semen, we come to know that a Lee settler apparatus is used to find soundness due to a lime, right? Lime soundness, right? Pictometer is used to determine specific gravity of soil, right? Inertial testing machine, we use it during the compressive strength test of the cement, concrete. So Vickers apparatus is used to find setting time, right? Okay, the quality of timber does not depend upon maturity of tree, type of tree, time of felling, size of tree. So it will not depend upon size of tree. What does BOD stand for? BOD means from environmental engineering, biochemical oxygen demand, right? Oxygen demand. Biochemical oxygen here, biochemical oxygen determination the associated now. Biochemical oxygen demand, biochemical oxygen density. So biological load. CPM is in construction management is used for. So CPM and PART, right? CPM and PART are two techniques which we used in construction management to know to control and schedule project, right? So it will be project scheduling or the full meaning of CPM, critical path method, right? Part of full meaning program evolution review technique, right? Okay, now let us see next question. The bottommost layer of a flexible pavement is so bottommost flexible pavement bottommost layer to ki boli koy. So we have two type of pavement. One of is flexible pavement and the another one is rigid pavement, right? So flexible pavement ki thake ki material use karo bitumen, rigid pavement concrete, right? So flexible pavement top surface is called surface. Let's see flexible and rigid. Okay, for flexible we have surface course. First one is surface course, then we will have base course, then we will have sub base, then we will have subgrade, right? For rigid pavement we have surface course, then we have base course, then the last one is subgrade, right? This one surface course is also called as wearing course. Remember, this is also called as wearing course also. Okay, so the last course is subgrade. Okay, the instrument used to determine the sport speed of a vehicle on a highway is inoscope. The test conducted on a road aggregate using the Los Angeles testing machine is so Los Angeles testing machine আমি কি one use কৰো aberration test কৰাৰ কাৰণে abrasive value determine কৰাৰ কাৰণে কি কৰো Los Angeles testing machine use কৰো. So attrition test is also used to determine wearing and tearing of course aggregate. Okay, impact test is used to find sudden load, right? Sudden load against load কিমান ই ৰেজিষ্টেঞ্চ দিব পাৰে সেইটো ডিটাৰমাইন কৰাৰ কাৰণে কি কৰোঁ আমি ইম্পেক্ট লোড কৰোঁ. আৰু এটা আছিলে কি ক্ৰাছিং ষ্ট্ৰেংথ লোড, ক্ৰাছিং ভেলু. অ'কে, ক্ৰাছিং ভেলু ইজ ইউজ টু ডিটাৰমাইন গ্ৰেজুৱেল লোডিং কিমান ই ৰেজিষ্ট কৰিব পাৰে সেইটো ডিটাৰমাইন কৰাৰ কাৰণে আমি কি কৰোঁ ক্ৰাছিং ভেলু টেষ্ট কৰোঁ. অ'কে, so the question is the radius of a transition curve at the tangent point is. So okay, let's see first of all what is transition curve. So transition curve is a curve which have varying radius, right? So we introduce it between straight line and a circular curve. So when we let's see this is circular curve and it will have some radius, right? Suppose r, right? So let's say this is straight path. Okay, this is straight path. So a vehicle was moving, molecules moving on this path, right? So when it will reach at this point, vehicle to point কি কৰিব? At this point there is no centrifugal force, right? There is no centrifugal force acting on this vehicle. When the vehicle will come on this curved path, then it will have some centrifugal action, right? So at this point it will have a sudden act of centrifugal force. So if we introduce if we just connect this straight line with this circular curve, then it will have sudden action of this centrifugal force. So we have to introduce a curve that is called transition curve. Okay, we have to introduce a curve that is called transition curve in between straight line and this circular curve. So at this point the radius is infinity, right? There is no radius, sorry, there is infinite radius. At this point there is the radius is r radius, right? Okay, so at this point, at this exactly at this point, exactly if we talk at this extent, then it will have infinite radius, right? But as the curve will move, it will have this is a curve, right? But it is a tangential curve, right? So this tangential curve will have radius starting from infinity to here, this end it will have r radius, right? So this radius is varying from infinity to r. So this curve will not sudden jerk, right? It will not get that sudden effect of that centrifugal action. So this is the tangent curve. So here in transition curve, if I extend a tangential line, so it will it will cut on this point, right? So it will have infinite radius. Okay, got it? It will have infinite radius. The overall length of a turnout is the distance between the end of the stroke rail and see. This question is taken from railway engineering, right? So this is heel of crossing. Okay, remember this. The wheels of rolling stock are provided with the flanges on inner side. Why? To prevent the action of centrifugal force, right? A half brick cut longitudinally placed next to the first brick in a header course is known as when you cut a brick along the length in half. This is called, if I cut this portion like this, we will have two half, right? We will have two half, right? This two half is called queen closure, and another one is king closure. King closure is when header portion is cut half and stator portion, sorry, stator portion, this is stator, this is header, right? So when we cut a brick in such a way, the half portion of stator meet half portion of header. So if you cut the brick in this way, then it will be called as king closure, remember it. Okay, so cornice and corbel are some ornamental codes which are provided at the top of a building. So this is stator, this is header. Okay, when you place brick in this way, then this will be called as stator codes, right? When you place brick in this way, then it will be called as header codes. Remember it. The vertical member between treads of a staircase is called vertical member of Just consider this as okay. Just consider this as staircase. Okay, so name this. This is the theta, the angle with which horizontal of and this line is making. So this angle is called pitch or slope. So this is considered as 25 to 25 or 30 to 45. Okay, or 25 to 40. Okay, so remember this is very important. Here the vertical here you see a vertical member. This is vertical member, right? This is called baluster. Okay, this is handrail. This is newel post. Okay, here you will see this is steps, right? This is steps, right? This is steps. This is steps, right? So this vertical portion is called riser. Okay, and this horizontal portion is called thread. Okay, and the this platform on which we rest, it is called landing. Okay, so now we have to remember some value, that is in public building maximum riser is 50 mm, remember it, and minimum thread is 30, sorry, not mm, centimeter obviously. Okay, and this width of this landing, minimum width of this landing will be equal to the width of stairs. This will have some width, right? So the minimum width of this landing will be equal to the width of staircase. Okay, one thing, this is this arrangement from these two here, this is called flight. Okay, without landing this arrangement is called flight. So in one flight, this is another flight, right? So in one flight, minimum step is minimum step. So riser, and this is called, this portion is called step, right? So in one flight, minimum step is 3, minimum step. Maximum step is 12. We have to give landing, right? After 12 step, we must give a landing. Then we have to start another flight. Okay. Now coming to the next question. What is the value of float number for critical flow in open channel? Just I have discussed that. What is float number? F is equal to Fick, right? Inertia force upon gravity force. Okay. So what is the float number for critical value? For critical value, we have 0. What is the for critical value in open channel? Sorry, not 0. It will be 1. Sorry, it will be 1. For float to be critical, float number is 1. And if the float number is greater than 1, then it is called supercritical. And for less than 1, it is called subcritical. Remember one thing here, critical flow is very unstable. Okay, this is very unstable. Hydraulic jump is rapidly varied flow. The flow is varied rapidly. Okay, a pitot tube is used for measuring, this is very important question, velocity of flow. Okay, rate of flow is measured by vansometer, right? Vansometer, remember it, vansometer. Also there are other measuring device, rate measuring device, such as where these are for open channel flow. Okay, where these are for open channel. Notch is for a small tank, right? Notch. Capillarity is the rise or fall when a small tube is immersed in a fluid, then it will the fluid will rise or drop. Okay, it will rise. So this rise is called capillarity. Okay, one thing, this for capillarity to be happen, the tube diameter should not be greater than 6 mm. If it is greater than 6 mm, then it will not show any capillarity. Okay, so okay, we have come to the end. So okay, thank you for watching. If you have any doubts, then you can comment down below. Okay, thank you. We will bring other PYQ of JLEE also.